My father ended up in a madhouse. Like all of us. He was surrounded by a circle of acquaintances, whom he called friends for the sake of convenience. And they were a lot of scoundrels, of course, as most people are. But he had to have some society, however, as he couldn't sit all alone. As you know, no one tells people what he thinks of them under ordinary circumstances, and my father, he didn't do so either. He knew that they were false, and he knew the full extent of their perfidy, but being a wise man and well brought up, he remained always polite. And one day, he gave this big party. It was in the evening, naturally, and he was tired out by a hard day's work. And then, the strain of keeping his thoughts to himself while talking such damn rot to his guests. Well, for a while they were still at the table, he rapped for silence and he raised his glass and then began to speak. And then, in a long speech, he stripped that whole company naked, one by one, telling them all he knew about their treacheries. At last, when utterly tired out, he sat down on the table itself and he told them all to go to hell. I was present, and I'll never forget what happened after that, My parents, they had a fight, and the guests, well, they rushed for the doors, and my father, he was taken to a madhouse where he died. To keep silent too long, it's like letting water stagnate so that it rots. And that is what's happened in this house, There's something rotten here. And yet to think, I thought it was paradise itself when I saw you enter here for the first time. Oh, it was a Sunday morning, and I stood gazing into these rooms. In there, I saw a colonel who was no colonel. I had a generous benefactor who was a robber, and he had to hang himself. I saw a mummy who was not a mummy and a maiden. Where is beauty to be found, huh? Where can we find honor and faith? In fairy tales and in childish fantasies, okay? Where can I find anything that can keep its promise? Only in my own imagination. Your flowers, they've poisoned me, and now I am squirting their poison back at you. I asked you to become my wife in a home full of poetry, song, and music. To think that the most beautiful flower of all could be so poisonous, and that it could be more poisonous than any other one. There must be a curse on life and on all creation. They say that Jesus Christ descended into hell. That refers merely to his wanderings on this earth. His descent into this madhouse, into this jail, into this morgue of the earth.